Are you going to sit there the whole time? I'm going to leave all my keys for quick.
Okay.
Can I put
So
it on
what
you?
is the challenge now?
Just getting the projector on. Our site is done. It's just, the thing is, the projector is not our problem. It's actually the venue's responsibility. They were supposed to have
So
it.
did you speak to them?
They said they're sorting somebody out. Yaku's trying to fix it in the meantime just to get it up and running. If you just put on this.
Connected. Push up.
E re mpha go romela o tshwere phone yaka PA yaka Thank you.
Do you need this to be here? Do you need this to be here? For the view? Are you not doing it on there? So, okay, no, then it's fine.
Hey, dipikara ke tsele.
No, no.
What?
See some.
Oh,
Just see some.
Is everything fine on your side? Ready to go? Can I just ask you to speak for us? We're just doing a sound test on the mic.
oh, okay.
Everything's good?
Can you hear me?
Are you listening from this laptop? Can I quickly see if I can change it to the speakers? The Is it off now with you? Are you still in the Zoom there? Okay.
So should I open the Zoom again this
I
side?
think you should, because the HDMI is running. It wants to send the audio to the HDMI for the speakers.
Okay, I'll just... Katlego, tla nthusa go mona.
It's fine.
Can I join this side, okay?
You can leave it this side. It's fine.
Will I be able to use both my headsets as well?
Yeah,
Oh,
just quickly listen to anything.
So should I continue
You're going to use your laptop for your speech.
for my speech? Yes. Oh, make it okay.
We have been partnered with MyTeeVee. Again, thank you for your contribution. At this stage, I would like to invite, as you are, we have what we call the Teacher Development Cluster. The cluster has a coordinator, which is UNESCO feedback. So I would like to invite, at this stage, the representative of UNESCO feedback to deliver her opening remark, her or his opening remark.
Thank you, Director. My name is Zora Huki. I'm representing my director, Dr. Yomiko Lokozeki. She's going to join us later. So I'll read her speech. So, straight on. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ikiba and all members of the Center Teacher Development Cluster are delighted to be associated with the third AU Teacher Award. No, I can't pray. Currently, and is a category 1. The teacher policy development in Africa. IKIBA's strategic goal include increasing supply of qualified teachers and enhancing teacher support and motivation among member states in Africa. IKIBA's mandate, as well as strategic goal, are in line with the Agenda 2063, CESA Strategic Objective 1, which speaks of revitalizing the teaching profession to ensure quality and relevance at all levels of education. The AU CESA cluster on teacher development, which is coordinated by IKIBA in collaboration with, of course, the African Union and the Education International, African Federation for Teaching and Regulatory Authorities, AFTRA, among others, was established to specifically support and support the implementation and monitoring evaluation of the CESA Strategic Objective 1. Ladies and gentlemen, as other speakers who are before us have said, before me have said, teaching is a noble and honorable profession, is the most noble and honorable profession in the world. Each one of us have a good memories of our favorite teachers or teachers who greatly influenced our careers, our lifestyle, or our life choices. The AU Teacher Award is a perfect opportunity to appreciate the great work done by our teachers in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, following the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, that is last year, teachers in Africa, like those in other parts of the world, quickly started implementing alternative education delivery methods to ensure that quality teaching and learning continued, thus minimizing the risk of marginalizing the existing inequality by marginalizing the further the already marginalized, vulnerable or low-income groups. In this regard, we saw our teachers going that extra mile, including preparing take-home packages for their learners, establishing school-based online teaching and learning platform, or using social medias like WhatsApp and SMS and so on to share learning materials and tests. For this and much more, we must respect and recognize our teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, IKIBA and the CESA Teacher Development Cluster at large will continue to make every effort to contribute to the improvement of the teaching profession in Africa, including supporting development of policies to improve working conditions for our teachers, developing capacities of the teachers to adapt to changes. It is only this way that we will achieve the Sustainable Development Goal, the SDG, as well as the objectives of the Continental Education Strategy for Africa, CESA. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and back to you, Director.
Thank you for the coordinator of the teacher cluster for this brilliant speech. Please clap for him in the chat box. So at this stage, with the intervention of the three opening remarks, we would like to move to testimony from three winners, the winners of the 2020 AU Teacher Award. And I would like so Marsh, if you can take us through this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director, for giving us the floor. Let me ask Kasley to present the 3 teacher awardees who give us this testimony. Kasley, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Marsh, for the testimony from the last year Teachers Award. I will call on Mr. Olalekan Adeeko and Miss Theodosia and Dr. Mr. Olalekan, you can start with your own testimony. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, sir. Let me start by saying thank you to African Union for the opportunity and for the consideration last year. It was truly an honor, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. So last year I received the award, the Continental Teachers Award. For me personally, I see every win as an opportunity for me to do more, not to just rely on my hopes and say, yes, I'm there now, then I can sit back and relax and then cross my hands. So I saw it as an opportunity to do more. So in my own school, I was able to even turn around the furniture in my class. I had to come up with an idea of trying to supply the student with new set of chairs so that they can have something good to work on. And at the same time, I was able to develop a device that has been helping the school as an form of an online library, so to say. But in this case, they are not even using the internet, but they have a lot of open education resources on it to encourage the students to be able to learn in the school, even without their own personal books and access to content here and there. And I'm happy I was able to even set up this Teacher X, which is like our own teacher Facebook, with teachers from all over the world, not just teachers from Nigeria on the platform, for us to share ideas, for us to work together and in line with the AU's objectives for us in Africa to be able to collaborate and share ideas and knowledge. I'm happy that the idea started as a small idea, but now we have teachers from different parts of the world that we've been working together to share our pedagogies, to share ideas, to discuss on how to move education forward in Africa. And lastly, I was even happy because I was even in Ghana for about 8 weeks to even work with other teachers from Ghana. About 260 teachers were there that were able to rub ideas and to be able to train them on how to deploy technology seamlessly in their classroom. I hold all these opportunities that came my way as a result of the recognition from African Union. So I want to congratulate the winners this year, and I'm looking forward to working with you also to be able to do more as educators. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Olalekan. That was great. And now I'll call on Ms. Theodosia Opong. Ms. Theodosia Opong is from Ghana. Please quickly give your own testimony. Thank you. Please unmute yourself.
Sorry. So just like Ula said, thank you, Sir Stephen. Just like Ula said, I also want to say thank you so much for the privilege to receive the award as a AU Teacher Prize Award. It's been a whole year of learning and impacting. I had the opportunity to partner with our district here in the Capim South, where we are trying to encourage a lot more girls to continue from their junior high school to senior high school, to the senior high school level. And so we organized an inter-schools quiz for all the schools on the Ridge in the Capim South area. And interestingly, the one that took the award was a girl from one of the rural areas. And the quiz was supposed to help encourage a lot more girls to consider continuing their education at the senior high school level. Apart from that, in my school also, apart from being a business teacher, there's been some challenges with mathematics with the girls. And so we put together some funds to try and then get them some graph boards to enhance teaching and learning in mathematics. Apart from that, I was promoted based on the award. I was promoted to the deputy director level, one of the highest ranks that you can have here in Ghana, the Ghana Education Service. And so it's been a whole lot of learning, a lot of opportunities to encourage other teachers to also keep up with the standard of the service. And apart from impacting teachers, it's also been an impacting opportunity for my students, especially, I mean, wanting to become the best that they also can become. So we look forward to hearing of those who have won this year. And of course, like Ula said, to partner with you and then to do a lot more. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ms. Theodosia. I can see some of the winners of 2020 Teachers Awards online from Namibia. Mr. Liunga, you are welcome on board. I want to call on Dr. Bridget Sinyosi. Dr. Bridget Sinyosi is from South Africa. Kindly
Thank
give
you
your
very much.
Brief testimony. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is just happiness. Sometimes you don't even know where to start, but let me say, thank you very much, AU, for awarding me as the best teacher. This made me to be the center of attraction. Believe me, in South Africa, people were very much happy, to such an extent that each and everyone wanted to visit me because they wanted me to mentor them. And I took the opportunity of that. When I started, when I received this award, I was Miss Sinyosi. Then after that, I worked very hard. Now I'm Dr. Sinyosi. And this was not an honor. It's because I realized that each and everyone wants me to mentor. Because I was busy with education, with finalizing my thesis, I ended up having this doctorate. This is the reason why today you're saying Dr. Sinyosi. Another thing that is very much important, I started to mentor people. This year, 2021, the person from South Africa, Agnes, whom I'm very much proud of, she drove from her province to where I stay so that I must mentor her because she wanted to join this AU. And I'm wishing her well. And I wish she will get this award. This showed that most of the people decided to come. I decided to mentor many of the teachers. And they are very much interested now in AU. And most of the principals, by then I was a principal and a teacher at the same time. But as I'm speaking now today, because of this award, I was promoted. I'm now the second manager. I'm very much humbled by AU. Believe me, you are making people to see the leaders. Most of the people whom the people are not aware that they are leaders, because of you, African Union, now everybody is seeing that, oh, in that woman there is a leader, in that man there is a leader. I just want to thank you and to say that we will continue to make you very proud because you chose us and you said we are the best and we are hands-on, we are working very hard. I am wishing each and everyone who will win today, and I'm saying, immediately when you win, make it a point that you represent AU because you'll be the face of African Union. They must be proud of you. I'm very much proud. As one of the South Africans, we are saying, make AU proud. And as South Africa, the South Africans were very much happy after I won. And I'm saying, thank you very much for making South Africa to be proud. I'm saying to all the countries who will win today, make it a point that you represent AU well. And all the winners must work very hard and stand up. You heard my younger sister saying that now she's in another rank. I am also in another rank. In other words, if you work hard, of course, they're going to recognize it. Thank you, African Union. I'm very much proud of you. Thank you. Wishing the best to all the winners. I'm going to watch you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sinyosi. Your words are noted. Because of our time, I'll call on my head of division, Mr. Hambani Masheleni, to continue. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Stephen Casley, for driving us back to 2020 and meet those who made it in terms of the Teacher Award of the African Union. But before I go to the program where we want to award the 2021 awardees their prizes for the hard work, the diligence in the teaching they are demonstrating for our continent within the remits of the Agenda 2063, allow me to point at one thing that my able commissioner has alluded to. Our commissioner is an inspirational person who opened opportunities not only for us, but for many people in the continent. And I would like to express my sincere gratitude for that, and to remind the people who are joining us today that she is also a teacher. She is a profession is teaching. When she joined the commission, she always encouraged me to pursue my career as well. So thank you very much, Commissioner. I wanted to highlight the fact that she is one of the teachers we have today here. Now, let's move to our program, where we would like to give the awards for those who made it in 2021. We received a number of applications across the continent, and would like to thank you all for expressing your interest in the program and demonstrating that Africa can. Yes, we can develop the teaching profession, upgrade it, and make it a beautiful one. For 2021, I've got 9 teachers that have been selected across the whole continent. I want us to move to East Africa. And within East Africa, we will travel to Mauritius. There is a teacher in Mauritius, Mrs. Vanessa Goria Gagnarien, a multi-awarded, multi-talented, powerful Mauritian woman who started a career 17 years ago. And until today, she is traveling in the teaching career. She also doubles as a psychotherapist and helps students in terms of counseling, particularly those that have got suicidal tendencies, those who feel isolated within learning environment, and make them happy and give them the counsel they require in order for them to proceed and pursue their studies. She was also awarded the top 100 iconic women of the world by Innovative Awards Artists Association, which is an award for women who impact the world. So, dear colleagues, your excellencies, and all the institutions that partner with us to promote the teaching profession, join me to congratulate Mrs. Vanessa Goria Gang Narien for having been selected an awardee for 2021. We will give her $10,000 US and a certificate. So congratulations, Ms. Vanessa. May you please show us your video, and we want to see you happy and realizing that we have picked you as one of our best teachers for 2021. Mr. Casley, can you please give her certificate? Please. So you receive your certificate and $10,000 for the job you have done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, well done. Well done. Still in East Africa, Madam Vanisha, I request you to go back to your seat. I would like to go to another country, but still in East Africa. These awards, we give them to the country. In East Africa again, I am now going to Seychelles. In Seychelles, those who worked on the program picked Mr. Shiv Krishan Na Sain Ram Rushaya from Seychelles. This man teaches mathematics. His claim is that mathematics is not being taught as a project or a work. It's a mission that he is actually leading within the Mauritian, within the Seychelles island. He is committed to help mathematics students to achieve good grades, particularly at the Cambridge International Examinations at all levels. He has been doing this for the past 27 years, and he has offered free extra lessons at school as well as at community level. He says in his private extra classes, he invites weak students, and some do not have, some have serious financial challenges to come and learn mathematics for free. He says he is proud for the success stories he has created through his generosity. He has coached teenage girls that had to remain at home due to challenges they face, such as pregnancies. But with his kindness, he has offered them classes and enabled them to pursue their studies. Dear participants, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, Commissioner and my director, please join me to award 10,000 from the African Union Teacher Award and a certificate to Mr. Ram Rushaya from Seychelles. Ram Rushaya, please put on your video so that we see you and Mr. Castley and you over the certificate.
Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the mathematician who is extending numbers into the heads of those who deserve and want to do the computations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Now, allow me to continue my journey across Africa with our hunt for teacher awards. Let us go to Mr. Ramshire. You can switch off your video to allow us to proceed. Let us go to Southern Africa. In Southern Africa, the members of the jury, they looked at all the applications from that region, and they selected Mrs. Agnes Segaka Rasesemola as one of the winners. Miss Agnes, may you please switch on your video as I try to emphasize some of the achievements here. I like one where you talk about growing in a township that is so following schools do nothing. And the only way to make it in life is to be educated. You are educated and you are now educating others. You are a teacher who has got excellence in physical science teaching, secondary leadership, and you also had some best teacher awards in your life. You are a qualified teacher from Setoto Luane College of Education in Limpopo Province, where you obtained your secondary teacher's diploma, majoring in mathematics and physical sciences. You have an advanced certificate in education and you also have a Bachelor of Education honors, which is your highest profession. We would like to congratulate you for having been selected as one of the winners for the 2021 award. The African gives you 10,000 US dollars. Mr. Castle, can you give the certificate for the beautiful work you're doing in the fraternity?
Congratulations.
Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Congratulations. You may take off your video. Still in the southern region, we are moving together. We are going to another country where the jury members, they looked at all the applications, and at their best, they picked Mr. Rasesemola from Botswana. May you please switch on your video so that we see you. Rasesemola from Botswana. Miss Marcelo from Botswana. You are going to be awarded 10,000 USD by the African Union for the brilliant work you are doing in the teaching fraternity, particularly during this hard time of COVID. And Mr. Castling will hand over a certificate for your good job. You joined the teaching in 2000 and you graduated diploma in primary education from the Penny College of Education. We would like to congratulate you for the brilliant work you are doing in Botswana. Makorokoto, congratulations, well done. Asante Sana, you are one of the winners of our prestigious awards that the African Union in collaboration with partners. Let us continue the journey across Africa. Africa is big. There are 55 countries. We are about 1 billion of us. They need education. And I tell you, human capital development is one of the key focus areas of Agenda 2063. And our CESAR 16 to 2025 emphasizes on teacher development. So we are now in West Africa. Let's go to those countries. Number one, we'll be in Burkina Faso. In Burkina Faso, bonjour, comment allez-vous? The jury members, they looked at all the applications and they picked Mrs. Odrago Pingidwinde as a candidate for the 2021 African Union Teacher Award. Mrs. Odrago Pingidwinde, please switch on your video so that we see you. The African Union will give you 10,000 US dollars for the good job you are doing in the teaching fraternity. Mr. Kasi, please hand over to her the certificate.
Congratulations, Pingidwinde.
Thank you very much, Director. So, that was a career in 2002 through direct competitive examination for the recruitment of certified assistant teachers. After her initial 2 years of training at the National School for Primary Teachers, where she had enrolled privately, it means she was self-sponsored. Assigned to the public primary school of Posigiza in the community of Obritenga, she took up her post at the time when her third son was about to be born. And she went into the teaching fraternity. She began her career in CM2 as a substitute for her headmaster. She was so dedicated that that the headmaster gave her the classroom to do more administrative work. After 5 years in this event school, she was successively assigned to Lawyer Loyarbo in a village in the rural community of Ogu Munega, the public primary school of Zinaire B, and to Koaratenga, the rural community of Zam in the Ganjur province. So, dear colleagues, Commissioner and Director, our partners, please join me to congratulate Ms. Odrago Pingidwinde for the beautiful job she is doing in the teaching fraternity. She is one of the winners of our prestigious African Union Teacher Award for 2021. Congratulations, well done. Thank you. We are still in West Africa, and we are now going to Senegal. Bonjour. Comment allez-vous, Senegal? The jury looked at all the applications and they picked Mr. Asani Ndiaye from Senegal as our 2021 Teacher Awardee. Mr. Ndiaye, may you please switch on your video so that we see you. The African Union Commission will give you 10,000 USD for the good job you are doing. And Mr. Kasley, proceed to give him his certificate of one of the best teachers for 2021. Mr. Ndiaye tells us that after primary, middle, and secondary school, he joined the teaching profession as an assistant teacher. After obtaining the CAP, he obtained a baccalaureate with the status of an individual candidate. Later on, he passed the competitive examination for teachers, which opened the doors to Sheikh Anta Diop University in Dakar, where he obtained a master's degree in literature. He did a 2-year training course at École Normale Supérieure de Dakar, which was rewarded with a certificate of aptitude for secondary education and a title of major. He became a teacher of modern literature at the Mbake 2 High School. Dear Commissioner, my director, our partners, please join me to congratulate Mr. Asani Ndiaye from Senegal for being awarded this prestigious African Union prize. Well done, sir. Congratulations. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci. Merci. Thank you very much. Let's continue to go. We are now in Central Africa. In Central Africa, the jury looked at the applications we received for 2021 and they made a decision. They went straight to Central Africa Republic, where they chose Professor Francois Nguzumanding Ni Seidu as one of our 2021 awardees. Prof, switch on your video so that we will see you. Switch on your video. Prof, the African Union is going to award you with 10,000 USD, and Mr. Kasley will give you the certificate for your good job. Mr. Kasley, give Prof. Are you there, Prof? I don't see your video switched on. Mr. Kasley, may you please head over to Prof here? Okay, I see you now. Can you give the certificate, please? Prof, you did not give me your biograph so that I could read much about you. Mais je vous allais vous donner 1 minute pour dire quelque chose de votre travail as a teacher. You have 1 minute, madam. Please. Unmute. Go ahead. Allez-y en français.
Félicitations à tous. Je suis Madame Nguzumandi Françoise.
Tell us something about your education.
Vous me suivez, s'il vous plaît?
Oui, on vous entend, madame. On vous entend.
Je vous entends. Allez-y.
Oui. Bonsoir à tous.
Bonsoir.
Oui, je suis Madame Wouzumandi Françoise. Vous me suivez?
Oui, oui, on vous suit.
Oui, je suis Madame Wouzumandi Françoise, professeure de sciences de la vie et de la terre. Je suis ressortissante de l'école normale supérieure de Bangui. Intégrée dans la fonction publique en 1998 jusqu'à 2002. Je suis repartie à l'école normale supérieure pour le cycle de professorat. Je suis devenue professeure de lycée en 2004. Et en 2004 jusqu'à ce jour, je suis professeure de lycée en sciences de la vie et de la terre, SVT.
Merci. Merci beaucoup, Professor. We have understood you. You are Professor for Earth and Life Sciences. And we are very glad at the African Union Commission that you are one of our teachers who have been selected for 2021 Teacher Award. Director, Your Excellence Commissioner, and our partners, please join me to congratulate Professor Françoise Seydou for the good job she's doing. We will give you a 10,000 USD and a certificate for the good job she is doing. Merci, merci beaucoup. Félicitations, congratulations. Well done, bien fait. Thank you so much.
Félicitations, félicitations à François.
Merci beaucoup, Directeur. Merci beaucoup for ça. Now we are still moving with our Ds across our continent. We moved from the east, south, west, central. Now we are in the northern region of Africa. Salam alaikum. Here, the jury, they looked at the applications that we received, and they settled in Egypt. They picked Mrs. Anna Ibrahim Hafez from Egypt as one of our winners. Ms. Hanan, may you please switch on your video so that we can see you. Congratulations for having been selected for the African Union Prestigious Teacher Award for 2021. We will give you 10,000 US dollars. And my friend, Mr. Kassim, my colleague, will give you a certificate for the beautiful work you are doing, not only for Egypt, but for the continent. Shukran. We thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ms. Anna Ibrahim is a teacher of English. She has a diploma of technology, interested in computer science. She's interested in reading, but most interesting, she's also interested in listening to music. She is a proud Microsoft Innovate expert for the year 2015. She likes coding. She gained experience through using Microsoft tools such as OneNote, Minecraft, Sway, and other Microsoft tools. She likes solving problems, self-learning, communication, and ICT. Ms. Anna Ibrahim, we are happy to give you 10,000 USD for the good job you are doing. Shukran.
Yes,
Congratulations. Well done. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. We are still in North Africa. You may turn off your video. We are still in North Africa with our program, and we are right at the last candidate for 2021. And the jury, they looked at the applications and they went to Tunisia, North Africa. And there they picked Mr. Hamza Godbane as our 2021 teacher, one of our teacher awardees. Mr. Hamza, you may switch on your video. There you are. Congratulations. You have been nominated as one of our best teachers for 2021. The African Union Commission will give you $10,000. My friend Casley will give you a certificate for the good job you are doing. We thank you for that. Mr. Hamza, you are a primary teacher in Tunisia. You obtained your baccalaureate in 2016. You went to university and studied the science of education, and you prepared a university project teaching mathematics with Singapore method. You graduated in 2019 and you quickly joined the public school to teach young learners. One thing I liked very much is that you have used your resources to teach different children, particularly during this COVID, and you are teaching online and doing a fantastic job. You highlighted one of the most important challenges that we had experienced during the COVID period. That although people like you went to study online to teach the students, both from your school and from the community, the problem you experienced was that the gadgets, the devices to allow us to go online are not readily available for everyone. And this is a huge challenge that our education sector will continue to experience during pandemics such as the COVID. And we need clear pathways to address that. Thank you for raising that. You also have written books to assist students in their learning. So the African Union was right to award you for 2021. We'll give you $10,000 for that. Your Excellency, our Commissioner, Director, and all the partners, please join me to congratulate this young man for the beautiful work he is doing in the teaching fraternity. Congratulations.
Congratulations for winning this award, this Continental prestigious award.
Thank you very much, Director. Congratulations. So, Commissioner, I submit that these are the 9 awardees that our partners and juries worked on and realized that they deserve to be recognized for 2021. Your Excellency, I submit them to you. Thank you. Commissioner, I submit these to you. Probably Director, take it up to thank them.
Thank you much. Thank you. Of course, it's, I don't know, maybe Commissioner has a connection problem. So on behalf of the African Union Commission, I want to take this opportunity to thank these teachers who have been awarded this prestigious Continental Teacher Award for 2021 edition, the 3rd of its kind. So again, congratulations. We are sure that you will continue doing the good job that have brought you this award. And by doing so, you will also bring your colleague. There's so many deserving teachers across Africa to follow your footpath so that we can really get the type of education we are looking for Africa. So again, thank you. And at this stage, Mr. Hambani, I think we can move to the next step.
So back to you, Mr. Hambani.
Thank you very much, Director. We are moving to the last step. Mr. Casley, may you please give us 3 of the teachers who want to say 2 words as vote of thanks to us. Casley, let's have some teachers to give vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, sir, Mr. Ambani. I want to, according to the region, we have for East Africa, we have Mauritius and Seychelles. Between Mr. Goria and Mr. Ramshia, Mr. Ramshia, are you ready for the short test remarks?
Yes.
It is Mr. Ramshoya who will speak for both of us. Thank you, Krishna.
Yes. Okay, Vanisha. Right. Good afternoon to you all. Bon après-midi tout le monde. All protocol observed. My name is Chief Krishna Simramuchaya from the Seychelles. On behalf of Mrs. Vanisha from Mauritius and myself, I wish to extend our most sincere thanks to the Almighty God for these blessings, because every good gift comes from God. To the African Union, we wish to convey our profound gratitude to you to bestowed on us by selecting us to represent the East African region and for granting us the Continental Award. We are aware that the process of selection started rolling many months ago, and a lot of planning and background effort have gone into making this event a success. Kindly accept our humble words of gratitude. Allow me to mention that this award is not just a recognition for the work we are doing, but it is also an inspiration to all teachers and to all those who wish to join this noble profession in the future. To our school management colleagues and parents, we cannot forget to mention this synergy generated by the collective efforts of our local school management, fellow members of staff, parents, and students, which enables both teaching and learning to continue at school and at home. And of course, not forgetting our family. We thank our respective members of our families, who are our priceless gift. Were it not for the unending source of love and support, we would not have been effective teachers. We don't have been effective teachers, and once again, for helping us to flourish in our work as teachers. Finally, we wholeheartedly thank everyone who has been part of our journey. Let us always remember that every child counts and leave no child behind. Thank you very much from East Africa.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much from East Africa. Thank you very much. I will call on Miss Agnes to give the remark for South Africa. Miss Agnes, are you there? Miss Agnes.
Greetings to all.
Please switch off your other device. Make it short, please.
Greetings to all. From the southern region, I'm representing Mr. Serumula and myself. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude to have been selected to receive the African Union Continental Teacher Prize Award. I'm so honored.
Many years went into giving birth to Sunrise Secondary School and nurturing her to be the model school it is. And it means so much to me that the work that I'm so passionate about also resonates with the continent. This accomplishment is not something that I did alone, and there are many others
who deserve to share in this award. I would like to thank my staff, admin, staff, general assistants, teaching staff, learners, parents, and the SGB. I would also like to thank my husband, Raymond, and my children, Katleho and Kamogelo, for their love and support throughout this journey. Thank you also to the Department of Education for giving me the opportunity by nominating me. Dr. Sinyosi, the 2020 AU Teacher Prize winner, for the inspiration that made my journey to be possible. Last but not least, thank you to the African Union for offering recognition to teachers like me. I hope that this recognition of my work and my colleague from Botswana, Ntate Masego Sirumula, can serve as an inspiration to other teachers in the continent and the universe. Remember, if our work can make a difference, so can yours. We will continue our efforts to make a difference in the lives of the African child for many years to come. We are truly humbled and appreciative. Thank you very much from the Southern region. Did I speak well? Copy.
Yeah, merci, Madame Odrago. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay, now for Central Africa, Madame Francos gave a brief introduction of herself. So I will call upon her again to give just another short remarks from Central Africa. Professor Francos.
Allô? Oui, madame, on vous entend.
Please unmute yourself. Okay, because of our time, I will call on Mr. Amza from North Africa to speak on behalf of himself and Mrs. Anna. Mr. Hamza, you are welcome on board.
Hi, how are you all? Greetings from North of Africa. First of all, I'll send my greetings to all the members of African Union and to my colleagues who are the winners. I send my success to Egypt and to my parents, husband, children, and brothers. I am so happy to be the winner of African Union Award.
Could you hear me?
Here is Mr. Hamza will complete. Yes, go on, Mr. Hamza.
Thank you, Hanan. Dear members of the African Union, we are Hamza Ghadban and Anna Ibrahim from Egypt. We are very grateful to be part of the best 9 elite teachers in Africa. And we would like to thank you for selecting us to represent the North of Africa. We would like to thank all of you for this amazing opportunity. Having this award encourages us to work together for the benefit of Africa. We have a dream and a challenge to change the Africa situation. We have to work on students' minds to change our press and to make sure that we will have good leaders by the futures who will lead Africa for a better life. So, no country or region can manage on its own. We have to be functional, collaborative, and we have to stay together. And like Dr. Siniosi said, we will make African Union proud of us. Thank you. Thank all of you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hamza, for the brief remarks. Now I'll call on my HOD, Mr. Ambani Masheleni, to lead us to the next item on the agenda.
Thank you very much, Kasley. I would like to congratulate all the teachers who have been recognized and celebrated today. And we have been awarded the Teacher Award for 2021. Let's all turn on our videos so that we have a group picture. Director, Commissioner, please, can we turn on all our partners? Let's have a group picture with the awardees, please. Please, let's have a group picture. Turn on your videos. Who will take the picture? Kasley? Emma?
Miss Seth.
Miss Seth.
I will take it. I will take it.
Okay. Can you lead the process, please?
Yes. Can we have a very big smile? Great. Great. Fantastic. That will be all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Emmanuel. And congratulations to the winners. Now we are on the last part where we want to spend just a few minutes of sharing in a kind of a discussion mode with you, the awardees, so that you begin to bring yourselves together from East Africa, Southern, Western, Central, and Northern. We want to really talk about the revitalization of teaching profession to ensure quality and relevance amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. What exactly is it? Let me take this opportunity to invite the CESA Teacher Cluster, the CESA Teacher Development Cluster, UNESCO IGBA, to lead the conversation with you, the awardees, so that you share your experiences amongst yourselves and you'll be able to network, to talk to each other, and probably that will be the beginning of long-term collaboration in the teaching profession amongst yourselves. Igba, you do have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Director. We had planned that each teacher would give us a small presentation so that we hear a little about their background. Maybe I'm aware that some teachers have already introduced themselves, but nevertheless, some have not had a chance to say who they are, what motivated them to become teachers, and then they will tell us the experience during the COVID school closure, when schools closed, what happened, and then they could also tell us what happened when the schools opened, and then they could give us some hints on what they think should be done to make as we move forward beyond the pandemic. So that was the structure we had thought about. We had already asked the teachers to prepare something small for 4 slides covering those issues. So maybe if Mr. Castle, you can allow, maybe you could start with any order that you wish, and you could, we will ask the teachers to be very brief. Each teacher could be, we had mentioned that 10 minutes, but I think that's a lot. Let us go for around 5 minutes so that you don't have to say much, just say who you are. Or most of us already know who you are by now, but tell us maybe what motivated you to be a teacher. Tell us what was your experience when the schools got closed because of the pandemic, and what was the experience again when they got open, and what do you think should be done to keep the teaching profession going beyond the pandemic and for future such crises? Over to you, Mr. Cassidy. Maybe you can start with in any order, please. Mr. Castro, can you hear me?
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me start with, sorry, I want to look for a presentation here. Let me start with Mr. Masego from Botswana. Mr. Masego from Botswana.
And again, I emphasize that we don't have to go through all the slides, just highlight the key issue. What keeps you going as a teacher? What is your experience? What was your experience when the school closed and when they opened? And what hints or what is your view on how we can push our profession forward? Over to you.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Can I start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can start, Mr. Masego.
Okay. My name is Mr. Masego Serumula. I'm currently teaching in St. Gabriel Primary School in Serowe, Botswana. I joined teaching in 2004 after graduating from Tlokeng College of Education. My Standard 1 teachers motivated me to become a teacher through their commitment in teaching us to read and write. They were very passionate with doing their job, and I picked them as my role models. What keeps me moving as a teacher is to see myself making a difference in children's life by making sure that they acquire relevant skills while they are young. The experiences during school close, I used social media platforms like WhatsApp to keep in touch with students during closure. Following the outbreak of COVID, I also used phone conference calls to explain concepts to children. Classroom-based assessment was compromised as some parents could not send students' work or send it later. Parents were very cooperative, although some did not communicate regularly due to lack of money to buy time and data for internet. Government provided free network, which assisted me to continue teaching. Experience after school reopening. Preparing for school reopening, I ensured all teaching and learning aids are ready. The challenge I faced during school reopening in keeping the health recommended measures to control the spread of the virus during the classroom was young learners sharing equipment without sanitizing. The government helped us with, provided us with the training on how to implement teaching and learning activities, observing health measures. Our government also provided sanitizers to keep students free from the virus during teaching and learning. The SHE officers were also provided in each school. The recommendations that I have is that teachers to be trained on the use of information technology in teaching and learning. Students and teachers to be provided with tablets and internet data to enable teaching and learning to take place even without physical contact between teachers and students. And the last one, teachers to be given psychological support and counseling sessions to be mentally fit, to be able to deal with situations like COVID-19 pandemic crisis in the future. Thank you from Botswana, Mr. Sirumula.
Thank you very much, Mr. Serumula. Now I will call on Mr. Amza from Tunisia.
Could you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. First, I want to present myself. Hamza Ghobban from Tunisia, a primary school teacher, 24 years old. I'm very young. I have only 3 years of experience, Nearpod certified educator, master teacher, GCE member, and UNESCO trainer in BED School, Tunisia. My name, the name of my school is BED, which is located in Bekalta, Monastir, Tunisia. It's in a rural area. It contains only 83 pupils and 9 teachers and 1 director. So I will talk about my experience with teaching on COVID-19. First, I have used technologies and e-learning to keep in touch with my students. I have bought some tablets for them to make them in contact with my distance courses. Second, I have used too many different platforms like Nearpod, Zoom, Google Classroom, Kahoot, Time to Claim for assessment, Padlet for homework and exercises. I have found help from social organizations who gave me some tablets and Wi-Fi connection for free, and I have learned how to be an online teacher expert. After COVID, when the schools come back again, I have prepared myself to challenge the pandemic situation by keeping the health measures. I spoke with my students about COVID-19 and I asked them to play together but carefully. We haven't found any resources from our government except UNICEF, so I continue teaching online and I keep using my online method in class, always. Conclusions. We should prepare ourselves for similar crises. We have to teach or to train teachers and students and parents how to learn and how to teach from home. We should also teach with technologies from an early age, so that pupils will be able to learn from distance. Also, we will need materials like computers, tablets, or even interactive whiteboards. Our students should have an idea about technologies and the way to deal with it, so we won't find a problem to teach online. I would like to thank you another time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Amsa, for the short presentation. I will call on Professor Asane Ndaye from Senegal to give his presentation. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Bonjour à tout le monde. Je m'appelle Assane Ndiaye. Je suis professeur de lettres modernes au Sénégal. J'ai duré dans l'enseignement primaire. J'ai fait 19 ans dans l'enseignement primaire avant d'intégrer la FASTEF pour les études universitaires. Après, je suis devenu professeur de lettres, affecté donc à Mbacké. Alors, les activités que nous avons déroulées après la fermeture des écoles durant la COVID, nous avons animé beaucoup d'émissions radiophoniques, pour être en contact avec les élèves. Ensuite, nous avons déroulé également des émissions avec la presse en ligne. Nous avons produit beaucoup d'articles pédagogiques et littéraires. Nous avons également aussi renforcé la capacité des élèves via des groupes WhatsApp. Nous avons également aussi pris des groupes restreints que nous avons formés en présentiel, en respectant les mesures barrières. Par rapport à la communauté, nous avons également distribué des masques, des produits détergents, gel, etc. Nous avons également aussi mené des campagnes de sensibilisation et d'information aux activités déroulées après la COVID. Nous avons maintenu le même agenda, le même schéma. Nous avons continué à mener les mêmes activités. Nous avons formulé des recommandations pour être très efficaces. La première recommandation, c'est élargir le droit à l'éducation. Nous devons mettre le focus sur l'accès et la qualité pour être en phase avec les objectifs du développement durable 4. Nous devons également aussi valoriser la fonction enseignante, parce que nous savons tous que l'espace de vérité, c'est la classe. L'enseignant doit être mis dans des conditions de performance, optimale de performance pour produire la qualité. Recommandation numéro 3, nous devons promouvoir la participation communautaire. L'éducation doit être l'affaire de tous. Donc, toute la communauté doit être engagée. Alors, il y a un adage africain qui dit il faut tout un village pour éduquer un enfant. Recommandation numéro 4, favoriser la participation des jeunes dans le fonctionnement de l'école. Ça veut dire que les élèves doivent être au cœur de toutes les activités. Parce qu'un adage dit tout ce qui se fait pour nous, sans nous et contre nous. Donc, les apprenants doivent mettre la main à la pâte pour pouvoir quand même être bien formés. Recommandation numéro 5, favoriser et développer l'introduction des technologies dans les programmes scolaires. Nous avons constaté, avec l'avènement de la COVID-19, la faiblesse de nos systèmes éducatifs en Afrique. Alors, le recours au net a été décisif et salvateur. Donc, ces solutions innovantes doivent être quand même intégrées dans les programmes scolaires. Recommandation 6. Il faut qu'on gère de façon efficace les fonds alloués à l'éducation. Nous savons tous que le nerf de la guerre, c'est l'argent. Donc, les fonds précieux dégagés doivent être gérés de manière efficiente pour atteindre les résultats escomptés avec les objectifs de développement durable 4. Dernière recommandation maintenant, promouvoir la solidarité internationale pour faire taire les disparités entre le Nord et le Sud. Les pays donc développés doivent mettre en place un système de solidarité internationale de partage pour pouvoir donc prendre en charge les problèmes de l'éducation en Afrique. En conclusion, Après cette crise liée à la pandémie, l'éducation et la formation appellent des changements majeurs pour assurer une meilleure résilience. Donc, tous les acteurs du continent sont interpellés. L'histoire s'écrit à une vitesse exponentielle, donc des choix doivent être opérés. Des choix pertinents doivent être opérés. Des idées originales cependant et pertinentes sont dépliées dans les 4 coins du monde, mais un bon partage des bonnes pratiques est nécessaire pour assurer une résilience durable face à cette pandémie. Des choix hasardeux pourraient hypothéquer et compromettre l'avenir de l'éducation en Afrique, surtout au sud du Sahara. Unis et solidaires, nous surmonterons tous les obstacles qui se dresseront inlassablement sur notre sinueux chemin. Ainsi, disons avec Søren Kierkegaard, ce n'est pas le chemin qui est difficile, mais c'est le difficile qui est le chemin. Merci de votre aimable attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ndaye, for the presentation. I think that he was speaking very fast to cover his presentation. Thank you very much. I will now invite Mrs. Anna Ibrahim from Egypt. Thank you. Mrs. Anna.
Hi, good evening. There is no doubt that learning and the importance of learning is one of the essential SDGs goals. So I tried in my school to improve and develop strategies and teaching methods to achieve these goals. My teaching focus on finding, evaluating, using, and communicating information personally and digitally. In order to achieve these goals, I focus the students' learning on text, visual, data, and search literacy. I apply many modern methods of technology for my students as project-based and game-based learning, especially Minecraft, because these methods create an amusing atmosphere and promote students' critical and creative thinking. We make online training and virtual lessons, designing a digital school and virtual classes to make students be engaged during the pandemic of COVID-19. We create groups to communicate with the students and their parents. We were able also to activate online activities. We did many virtual visits and tours to many museums and temples in Egypt. That was very helpful for my students, where we have combined their creational and educational aspects together. To make the transition to the distance learning easier, we have created resources, training, and how to guide that. We hope we will help schools, educators, and their parents as they navigate the new normal. As schools around the world responded to the COVID-19, the need for remote learning was essential, and we outlined the strategy for moving from this crisis to a future-focused system in 3 phases. First phase is disruption, transition, and reimagining. My recommendation for revitalizing education, as you know, like doctors, lawyers, and other professionals, teachers have the same opportunity to work for themselves through ownership of professional partnership. In the professional partnership, teachers are readers and decision makers. They control and They help students to make their own decision and to be creative, depend on themselves and their relationship to their students, including curricula setting and choosing. The use of technology is the most essential clue for the crisis. Finally, my favorite quote is, to be successful, you have to be lucky or a little mad or very talented to find yourself in a rapid growth field. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hannah. I'll call on Ms. Odrago from Burkina Faso to give a presentation. Please make it short. Thank you.
Merci. Je me nomme Madame Ouedraogo Pierre-Wende. Je suis enseignante à l'école primaire au Burkina Faso. Permettez-moi de vous présenter ma communication. Tout d'abord, nous allons voir mon parcours professionnel et scolaire. D'abord, nous allons voir ce qui m'a motivée à devenir enseignante. Ma motivation pour être enseignante date de mon mariage en 1996. En effet, mon mari lui-même étant enseignant, m'a transmis son dévouement et sa motivation pour la fonction enseignante. Deuxième sous-point, nous allons voir mon parcours professionnel. Après la formation initiale de 2 ans à l'École nationale des enseignants du primaire, sanctionnée par des certificats élémentaires d'aptitude pédagogique, CAP, j'ai réussi à mon examen professionnel qui m'a conféré le titre d'institutrice certifiée. Durant ma carrière professionnelle de 19 ans, j'ai tenu toutes les classes de l'école primaire avec des résultats excellents au CM2, classe d'examen, avec 100% de taux de succès en 2017. J'ai eu à encadrer des stagiaires qui ont été impactés par ma vie professionnelle. Grâce aux résultats excellents obtenus, j'ai reçu un prix d'excellence de la mairie de Zignaré, commune dans laquelle j'exerce ma fonction d'enseignant. Mon école a reçu pour la première fois une lettre de motivation par la même occasion. Voyons maintenant mon parcours scolaire. Au cours de ma carrière, j'ai obtenu le baccalauréat A4 qui m'a permis de poursuivre les études supérieures à l'université Joseph Kizerbo où j'ai obtenu la licence en linguistique. Enfin, nous allons voir ce qui me retient dans l'enseignement. L'amour que j'éprouve pour les élèves et pour la profession m'a permis d'acquérir la vocation d'enseignant, c'est-à-dire une vocation acquise qui est différente de la vocation spontanée. En deuxième point, nous allons aborder mes expériences pendant la fermeture des classes due à la pandémie du COVID-19. D'abord, voyons les mécanismes adoptés pour maintenir le contact avec les élèves. Il était difficile en ce sens, en ce moment, de mettre en place un mécanisme car il fallait se soumettre aux mesures barrières édictées par le ministère de la Santé pour le monde scolaire. Et nous allons maintenant voir l'appui apporté à l'apprentissage des élèves. Le contact physique avec les élèves dans les quartiers me donnait l'occasion de les sensibiliser à maintenir l'apprentissage par la radio-télé éducative qui dispensait des cours standardisés. Et il y a les défis liés à l'évaluation des apprentissages en classe, à la communication avec les parents d'élèves ou des élèves. À ce niveau, nous disons que les devoirs journaliers et les exercices n'étaient plus administrés aux élèves qui sont dans leur famille. Les réunions avec les parents d'élèves étaient pratiquement impossibles. Ce sont les contacts fortuits avec certains parents qui m'ont permis de les sensibiliser à encourager et à suivre l'étude de leurs enfants à la maison.
Et au point suivant, nous voyons l'appui apporté en vue d'assurer la continuité éducative. Ce qui a permis d'assurer la continuité éducative, c'est la mise en place par l'État de la radio-télé éducative qui diffusait des cours standardisés selon les programmes en vigueur. Notons au passage que la rupture éducative a duré à peu près 2 mois au Burkina Faso. Maintenant, nous allons aborder mes expériences après la réouverture des classes. D'abord, la préparation pour la réouverture des classes. La préparation fut d'abord psychologique. Il fallait envisager comment adopter et faire adopter un comportement nouveau chez les élèves et réfléchir sur le premier entretien à avoir avec eux. Ensuite, elle a été matérielle. Nous avons reçu des fiches de sensibilisation sur le COVID-19 et les dispositions de lavage des mains et des masques de protection. Et il y a également un mémorandum et un calendrier de rattrapage du retard accusé qui ont été élaborés dans le but de dispenser le contenu qu'il faut avec un volume horaire acceptable. Et second sous-point, nous allons aborder les défis liés au respect des mesures préventives pour minimiser les risques de propagation. Et il y a la sensibilisation des élèves et des parents sur la gravité de la maladie, le respect de la distanciation sociale avec les élèves du CM2 uniquement qui ont repris les premiers chemins de l'école pour achever le programme de l'année scolaire et passer les examens et concours scolaires. Le respect de toutes les mesures barrières. Les élèves des autres classes ont repris les cours à la rentrée scolaire 2020-2021. Le port obligatoire du masque de protection par les élèves et les personnels. Le lavage obligatoire des mains au savon avant d'accéder aux salles de classe. Enfin, nous avons les types d'appui reçus pour la mise en œuvre des activités d'enseignement-apprentissage. Comme type d'appui, nous avons reçu des directives du ministère de l'Éducation pour la reprise des cours, l'achèvement de l'année scolaire 2019-2020, le calendrier scolaire modifié, les modalités d'évaluation et de contrôle des apprentissages. Comme appui encore, il y a des affiches nous avons reçu des affiches sur le COVID-19. On a reçu également des masques de protection, des lave-mains, du savon. En 4e position, nous allons voir mes recommandations pour revitaliser la profession enseignante. Premier sous-point, type d'appui pour aider les enseignants à aller de l'avant. Les enseignants doivent être sensibilisés sur leur rôle déterminant pour assurer le droit à une éducation de qualité aux enfants. Les États doivent revoir les conditions de travail et garantir la sécurité de l'enseignant dans son milieu ou au regard de la crise sécuritaire dans certains pays, comme le terrorisme. Les prix de l'excellence dans les pays doivent être organisés pour récompenser et susciter une saine émulation, mais pas sur la base uniquement du taux de succès aux examens scolaires. D'autres critères non moins importants sont à prendre en compte, comme l'exemplarité, le niveau de satisfaction de la communauté éducative vis-à-vis de l'enseignant, l'assiduité, la ponctualité, la relation d'aide. Le mécanisme de sélection des récipiendaires doit être transparent. Pour cela, l'implication des acteurs doit être de rigueur. Les critères et les processus de sélection édictés par l'Union africaine doivent inspirer toutes les instances, c'est-à-dire niveau local, niveau régional. Comme deuxième recommandation, et nous allons voir comment les enseignants peuvent se préparer pour des situations de crise similaires à l'avenir. Tout d'abord, c'est de tirer les leçons du passé pour se projeter dans l'avenir, c'est-à-dire une prise de conscience. Ensuite, cultiver un esprit d'entraide entre les enfants en appliquant la technique de travail de groupe par proximité des domiciles avec les activités pédagogiques. Cela a l'avantage de préparer les enfants à travailler en autonomie sur la base d'un calendrier qu'ils vont élaborer. Enfin, renforcer les cours dispensés à travers la radio-télé éducative. Pour conclure, nous disons que la profession enseignante est passionnante et exaltante. L'avènement du COVID-19 a mis à rude épreuve le dispositif d'enseignement-apprentissage. Les efforts ont été consentis par les parties prenantes pour assurer un enseignement de qualité. Il est donc important de créer les conditions pour une revitalisation de la fonction enseignante. Nous exprimons notre gratitude à l'Union africaine pour cette initiative qui a permis d'encourager et de valoriser les enseignants que nous sommes. Vive l'initiative du prix des enseignants de l'Union africaine. Vive l'Union africaine. Je vous remercie.
Thank you very much, Madam Odrago, and thank you, the interpreter. I want to call on Madam Franco Seydou. Are you ready for your presentation? Please make it brief. Okay, let's, Madam Françoise. Okay, Madam Françoise. Thank you very much, the interpreter. Do you have your presentation?
Nous sommes deux, c'est Françoise Bouzoumondi ou... Je voudrais savoir si c'est Françoise Bouzoumondi.
I'm calling on the one from Central Africa, Father Françoise Seydou. François Seydou.
Oui, c'est bien moi, c'est bien moi.
Yeah.
Merci beaucoup. Merci de m'avoir donné la parole. Comme vous l'avez si bien dit, je serai brève. Je suis devenue enseignante par vocation. Parce que je voyais déjà avec mes encadreurs comment ils intervenaient en classe. Et j'avais eu cette vocation parce que je pensais aller encadrer les futures générations, c'est-à-dire les futurs élèves, à être instruites, éduquées et éclairées afin de construire notre nation. Par rapport aux expériences à la fermeture des écoles due à l'épidémie sanitaire COVID-19, nous avons, quand l'arrêté de la fermeture des écoles a été prononcé, les enfants sont rentrés chez eux. Nous avons organisé des émissions sur les ondes afin de sensibiliser les élèves pour pouvoir réviser leurs cours, pour également travailler leurs documents parce qu'ils avaient déjà le programme de l'année. Donc, ils ne devaient pas rester bras croisés à la maison, ils devaient toujours continuer avec le programme parce qu'ils ont des documents. Là aussi, nous avons eu des problèmes parce qu'on n'avait pas la possibilité de faire des cours en ligne. C'est pourquoi la sensibilisation était beaucoup plus sur la révision à la maison et puis l'utilisation des documents. Et quand nous avons repris, nous avons eu l'appui du gouvernement, précisément pour le ministère de l'Éducation nationale, qui nous a dotés en kit de mesures barrières. Et dans ces kits-là, nous avons eu les masques que nous devons distribuer aux élèves. Nous avons eu le gel désinfectant, nous avons eu le dispositif de lave-main, ce qui nous a permis de respecter les règles de mesures barrières afin d'éviter toute contamination. Nous avons aussi, avec l'équipe de l'établissement, nous avons mis en place une équipe pour pouvoir veiller sur la propriété des salles où on a eu à désinfecter les salles. C'est vrai, après la reprise, nous avons eu une charge supplémentaire parce qu'on devait également respecter la distanciation sociale. Les classes étaient divisées en deux. Ça devenait une charge pour les enseignants. Il faudrait le faire parce que c'est notre mission. Nous devons assumer notre mission. Donc, les classes étaient divisées en deux. Une moitié peut travailler avec les professeurs, l'autre moitié travaille aussi avec d'autres professeurs. Et là aussi, le ministère a réajusté le calendrier scolaire. Au lieu de faire les 9 mois, nous avons fait beaucoup plus. Nous sommes allés jusqu'à 12 mois de l'année scolaire. Donc là, ce sont les difficultés que nous avons aussi rencontrées au niveau des enseignants. Et je pense que si je voudrais formuler ici les recommandations par rapport à la revitalisation de la profession enseignante, c'est que il fallait reconnaître le rôle exceptionnel que jouent les enseignants et leur accorder la formation, le perfectionnement professionnel dont ils ont besoin pour déployer leurs talents. Nous avons aussi parlé de mettre l'enseignant sur un même pied d'égalité avec les autres professions reconnues. Parce que là, c'est comme si on a tendance à sous-estimer un peu la carrière enseignante et on est en train de valoriser d'autres professions. C'est là que nous avons demandé à ce que la profession enseignante soit mise sur le même pied d'égalité avec les autres professions. Nous avons également parlé c'est-à-dire il faudrait également revoir les conditions de travail des enseignants à travers le monde et spécifiquement en RCA. Parce que les enseignants travaillent dans des conditions difficiles et exposés à tout ce qui peut vraiment entraver leur santé. Vous savez, déjà avec l'utilisation de la craie, ça peut abîmer les poumons. Et là, ce qu'on donne comme prime n'est pas vraiment important. Et en tout cas, dans l'ensemble, c'est de revoir les conditions de travail des enseignants pour les mettre à l'aise. Parce que ce sont des enseignants qui forment la tête. Ce sont des enseignants qui forment les médecins, qui forment les magistrats, qui forment les autres professions. Donc, l'enseignement est à la base de tout. Vraiment, à ce niveau, nous avons parlé aussi que les enseignants se mettent ensemble et ils peuvent parler, discuter, échanger les expériences et les méthodes d'enseignement afin de faire la formation de qualité et aussi de permettre à nos enfants d'avoir des compétences qui peuvent intervenir dans le développement de notre pays. Voilà brièvement ce que je voudrais vraiment présenter. Merci à vous. J'en profite pour remercier l'Union africaine, les organisateurs de ce prix Continental, de nous avoir accompagnés jusqu'à ce jour. Merci à vous. Monsieur?
Thank you, interpreter. Much appreciation, and we thank you to Ms. Francois for the presentation. Thank you for showing up. Now we'll call on Mrs. Agnes from South Africa to give our presentation.
Kesley, can you please share the presentation? Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Agnes
Rasesemola,
and I'll be saying my contribution
to ensure quality and relevance
amidst
amidst the COVID-19 pandemic.
My brief background is going
to be brief.
I've entered the teaching profession by default on the advice of my late father, and it is the best decision I've ever made. I can't imagine myself being in the other career field. My professional qualifications, they've already been mentioned while introducing me. I taught physical sciences at the Girl Learner Intervention Program, Saturday classes in my province in the northwest of South Africa from 2007 to 2009, whereby I taught physical sciences at camps again for underperforming schools from 2008 to 2009. I also taught physical sciences at an adult center in the evenings from 2009 and 2011. I coordinated the Morafi Protect Learner Excellence Program Saturday classes for maths and science learners from 2010 to 2012. I also edited grade 10 physical sciences CAPS workbooks, was also part of facilitation at subject professional support forums, also played a leading role in launching South African Association of Science and Technology Educators in the Northwest Province. I was appointed as school principal of Sunrise View Secondary School in January 2014. The school was brand new, now it's almost 8 years old, and my school is located in a township. Upon being appointed, my personal vision was to bring town to the township, as I was a deputy principal of a former Model C school. I managed to realize my vision with the support of my staff and the SGB. I'm proud to look back and say we have made it, as our school is a model school in the township. Sunrise View Secondary School is a busy and dynamic school that prides itself on excellence in all spheres. Our school motto is Rise to Excellence, and our theme is Dare to Excel. During closure, hard lockdown, my response plan was to make sure that I communicate with my colleagues, COVID-19 forced me to think with my feet, because as the school we were already integrating ICT in our teaching, it was easy for us to continue teaching during the pandemic. The normal school term was supposed to start on the 30th of March. As a school, we ensured that although schools were closed, learning at Sunrise View Secondary School continued, and all teachers, including me, were teaching using WhatsApp, as it is the cheapest app and affordable. Supporting of vulnerable learners took place by providing them with the resource packs. I ensured that I keep the parents well informed, so I kept on communicating, because communication can never be overemphasized. I'm the admin of all the social media platforms of our school. I also used SMSs, WhatsApp, Telegram, you can name them. I reached more than 80% of the parents. I also issued out newsletters on weekly basis. And you can see the example of the timetable that we used across the grades from grade 8 to grade 12. Kesley, you have muted me. Thank you. For the first time, I introduced at grade 8 applications using online. We did the open day that involved all the stakeholders, the SGB, all SMT members, as well as the prefects in order to sell our school to the community. Applications for 2021, as I said, they were online. I'm the one who designed the whole Google form, and I also had to teach my parents, on how to complete the Google form, and all the processes were done using the digital platform. Upon reopening of schools, can we please move to the next slide, Kesley? Mr. Stephens, experiences after school reopening. As you can see in the pictures, we were quite very ready for our learners. You can see a picture where learners were seated observing all the COVID-19 protocols. The school budget was reviewed, and all other policies like learner attendance policy have been reviewed to ensure COVID-19 compliance. All personnel and learners have received both cloth masks. All staff have been taken through the standard operating procedures of the Department of Education, and encourage teachers to use their register periods to further orientate and guide learners. With the support of the department, we managed to appoint screeners and cleaners to ensure that daily screening, cleaning, and disinfecting of surfaces becomes possible. Screeners were trained on COVID-19 and the screening process, as well as the do's and don'ts. Cleaners were taken through training on how cleaning and disinfecting procedures and how to dispose trash, etc. The use of ICT has enabled us to make the screening process to be time efficient and not compromise the teaching time. Our learners were also trained and assisted on how to transition to the new normal. All classes have sanitizing dispensers. All bathrooms in the school, including the learner bathrooms, have hand soaps, paper towels, the pedal bins. We also have 2 isolation rooms prepared in a case of having any of the staff members or learner who can present the symptoms or register an alarming temperature. Visitors were not allowed during that period without an appointment. Parents were also given a mobile number so that they can be able to make inquiries. Next slide, please. Mr. Stephens, how to revitalize the teaching profession. The use of ICT makes teaching and learning easy and interesting. I believe that the development and increase of skills and competencies of teachers requires the knowledge of ICT. Integration of ICT in teaching without proper knowledge of ICT, teachers cannot maximize their classroom impact. All schools must be encouraged to have an ICT implementation plan, starting with the resources at their disposal. Example, smartphones. We have a school Facebook page which is regularly updated and use Text a Parent software to contact parents. From 2020, we are no longer printing newsletters in order to reduce paper costs. We also, I think also we need to ensure that all schools provide fun, professional, and inclusive sports programs for children of all abilities, as well as coding and robotics. Also to focus more on developing and nurturing the talent in both learners and teachers, have a variety of sports, indigenous and cultural activities, and teaching with technology be the order of the day. Have interactive whiteboards and internet connectivity, and learners to use laptops and tablets to learn the basic numeracy and literacy skills. In conclusion, life is the result of a series of changes from birth to death. Be it physical, emotional, career, or relationship, change is inevitable, and it is synonymous with life and growth. That is wisdom times. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. That is Alvin Toffler. I live by the principle, adopt and adapt, and always advocate the importance of embracing change to all my colleagues, parents, and learners. Ke a leboga. Ke nana MEC re ka tswela pele after
Mrs.
this.
Stephen, for this. In fact, well, my choice to be a teacher was not that difficult. I was born in a house where my mom and dad were teachers. They had served for 45 years in the educational system of Mauritius. So I'm very much proud to be that child, and very much proud again to serve as a teacher for the building of a nation, and now for the building of Africa. So if I have to continue, I was born in 1982. And since then, I have seen the gratifying effects of this profession. Like I've said, students were coming at home. And at this time, it was 35, 36 years ago. I remember I was still a child. And my parents were having kids at home to give them extra classes for free, because literacy and numeracy was the basis of everything. I've grown up learning this, and this is why I chose this profession. So if we have to continue, my love for this profession, and to do justice to students, I did a professional course in psychotherapy to understand, the smart kids, the driving force of all these people, to know what is happening to them, to understand how their brains are evolving in this rapid change world. So my course in psychotherapy helps me on a daily basis, indeed, on a daily basis, to be at my very best for these kids who are just waiting to learn something, to be themselves, and to be successful in life. My motto nowadays is always for the betterment of humanity, and I always live by this. What happened when the pandemic just struck the world, I must say, last year? So the outbreak of COVID-19 shook Mauritius also. Schools were closed from mid-March.
We are now in our second program. Welcome to Tomvula. We know that you were in another assignment. We've got it in the bag. That's the best I can say. Colleagues, we are going to have a very short program, noting that our MEC doesn't like us to talk too much. But as a program director, I've got a very simple task, just to usher in speakers. The first item on our agenda is prayer. In everything we do, we always ask for divine intervention. Malindi Simon, Please join me so that you can then lead us in prayer. Thank you very much. It is an instruction. Yeah.
Our kind and loving Father, we come before Thee this afternoon with nothing in our hearts but thankfulness. We thank you, Lord, this afternoon for the gift of life. We thank you, Lord, for everything that you have done for us so far. It is not by our wisdom or by our might that we find ourselves to be amongst the living today. In a special way, Lord, we want to present our winner, Mem Rasesemola, for what she has achieved on this day. We are saying, Lord, we are proud of her, and let this not only be on her, but in our entire province, in our entire schools. We pray that God be with us, be with the program as it unfolds. Give us strength, give us wisdom, so that at the end of it all, when all shall have been said and done, all your name should be praised. In Jesus Christ's name, and for his sake I pray. Amen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Malindi, for that. We are going to have 3 speakers today. The first one being our celebrant. She's been speaking French, speaking to Africa. Now she's going to speak to us, indicate how she feels, and also encourage the rest of us to participate. Sis Egi, over to you.
Thank you, Re Masilo. I would like to take this opportunity to greet the Honorable MEC, the Mayor Mapifo Matimela, the Head of Department, Mayor Stefina Semaswe, the DDGs present, the directors present, the Director of Bujanala District, Mayor Paledi, Sub-District Manager Remati, my second manager Relelaka, all protocols observed. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. I'm standing here, to be honest, not by chance or luck. I'm standing here because people like to say one is lucky. Yes, for one to be lucky, you need to work very hard. You need to be passionate. Then luck will meet you along the way. But let me start off by saying, I believe in my speech, talking to my colleagues in the continent, you heard me saying how the baby was born. And the baby is Sunrise View Secondary School. We started Sunrise View Secondary School from humble beginnings. I was given the keys of that school without even one personnel. I was just given, Mr. Laka gave me the keys of the school and the appointment letter of one HOD, and that was it. And the box full of CVs. And the first thing that I did while having that box of CVs was to get, fortunate enough, my office has a private bathroom toilet. I went in there and I prayed. I prayed to God and said, God, please guide me to recruit the best, to recruit the teachers who are going to add value to this school, to recruit the teachers who are going to understand my personal vision about this school. And I can say that God has answered my prayers because I have a staff of 35 teachers, 6 support staff, 3 admin staff who are working without any supervision. The only thing that I do is to induct them to know exactly what their roles and responsibilities are. From then onwards, no one is always behind them to check if they are working. That is what I can say to tell you about Sunrise View Secondary School. We started from humble beginnings, and my personal vision, like I'm saying, was to take town to the township. And I believe, Honorable MEC, you can attest that Sunrise View Secondary School is in a township, but it's actually town. Please clap hands for Rasesemola and her team. So I'm actually standing here to just say words of gratitude. I'm very excited, at the same time humbled by this award that I've just received. And I dedicate that award to my staff and the class of 2020. And those who do not know, in this very room where I have my support structure, this is my support structure in one room. My seniors, my SGP, my deputies, as well as my family. I'm going to make these 2 women in this room. That is my mother-in-law and my mother. Please stand up. I joked with my thank you. I joked with my mother-in-law that they need to pay Lobola again. They need to pay Lobola again because their surname is the one that is known across the continent, if not international. The minute I can mention the surname Mokomel, nobody is going to know who that is. Thank you. I have my family here. Thank you, Honorable MEC and Masemaswe, the head of department, for ensuring that you are here with me during this auspicious occasion. I'm actually lost for words. I don't know what to say. I really do not know what to say. For the first time, Ntate Masilo, I kituru kere, but but I believe everyone who is in here, especially my seniors, when they win AU, what happens after? I'm also looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to that now I'm the African Union Continental Teacher Prize Award winner of 2021. And the promotion is coming. The promotion is coming. Thank you very much. I'm working at a township called Sunrise View. And then we have Sunrise Park. We have Lichiwidu. We have Mpokuno. And I want to tell you that that community is very supportive of the school. For the 8 years that we've been operating, we have 0 burglaries. And if anything happens, they will call in the evenings to alert me to say, ma'am, please be aware that there will be tires burning when you come to work. So that is the kind of community and the kind of parents that we have. So hence, we are able to produce the results that we produce. Thank you. I'm going to repeat saying thank you. Thank you to my husband. ba re ho nyalwa ka Rasesemola ke maemo. Thank you to my husband. He's been my IQMS peer. He's been my critic. The person who criticizes more than any other person in this room is Mr. Rasesemola. And I believe Sunrise View is also where it is because of the support of my family and my children. And I have my personal assistant that I also have to acknowledge today. May Sinosi please stand? She's also making sure that I'm always organized. Thank you. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk. Ke a leboha.
Thank you very much, our celebrants. You're not here, Dr. Mvula. The next step is for her to be a doctor. And after getting doctorate, Iba second manager. That's what she's saying, the next promotion. First Kuba doctor, then second manager. So watch the space. Colleagues, thank you very much for that. In our midst, Honorable MC, we do have the family, we have the staff, we have the chairperson of the SGP, obviously Team Northwest Department of Education to support you. With those words, I want to welcome our MC to provide us with a keynote address. Hands for the MC.
Thank you. And sometimes it is very important, honestly, to recognize who or those who are amongst us when you start to speak in English, when you start to speak in tongues, etc. It is quite important to me because ke batla batho ba ba tshwanang le nna ba nkutlwa ha ke bua mare ke bone ga Rasesemola they understand the language very well, so I may not have a problem, honestly, to speak English amongst the Rasesemola family. I just wanted to check with their daughter-in-law earlier while standing here as to what language is she going to speak. I have seen her herself flowing in English and proficiently so. So I started to see that, no, I can also use this language of communication when I start to stand before the people and speak about their daughter-in-law, the wife to Mr. Rasesemola, the mother to her dearest children, and also a colleague to other teachers, a junior to some of us here. I want to acknowledge the following people: the Superintendent General, Memas Mashe, the DDGs, both Dr. Mvula and Mr. Masilu, the Chief Director, Sister Boss Paulina, the directors, particularly Director Baledi from Bojanala, all departmental officials that are here, the staff from my office, the NTA unit staff. I have seen earlier that Malindi was here and he made a prayer. We really want to say thank you so much. You have made us proud in the Northwest Province, in the Republic of South Africa as a whole. We pride ourselves with you as a system of education. We can see that for some time, your teachers, I think wherever they are, understanding that or learning that you are a winner in Africa, this will also make them proud. I believe also that the people in Limpopo today, as we speak, are very proud. For them to hear that their daughter, who used to play in a red soil, I don't know the soil, but in most cases where I am in Limpopo, I go Komubung Omushibidu. So I think they are very happy about you. There is nothing that is embarrassing them about your life, particularly in Rustenburg. When people are getting to cities, they tend to forget where they're coming from, what has made them to be this kind of people or persons easily. I want to say you are an incredible woman. Your work is being incredibly woven with all the strategies of teaching and learning, with all the strategies that says how best can we implement the curriculum in our schools. We have seen it last year because during the long closing of our schools, I've started to ask the acting director then, who is a director now, Director Quality, what is happening about teaching and learning in your district? And your school came first to say Sunrise View Secondary School continue to offer the curriculum. And I really wanted to know as to how, during this difficult moment, I started to learn that you have integrated ICT into teaching. That is why for this year, 2021, we started to say as the Department of Education in the Northwest Province, honestly, we need to go the route of Rasesemola. You have been a trendsetter. I really don't or feel surprised about this award. You have been a trendsetter in the system of education in the Northwest Province. That is why I'm saying, you know, your strategies of teaching, your strategies of implementing the curriculum is being intricately woven, so that at the end, at least the challenges that may be even posed by the curriculum when implemented, at least you manage to go above them from time to time. And you are one of our best schools, because last year you managed to put 94%. And with this kind of an award, I believe that you go to 100%, because we want the champions at least to pull us through. We want champions to show us that we are champions in the Northwest Province and we can do things in a very different way. I want to say, Rasesemola, your commitment, your dedication, your passion actually have made you to arrive where you are. I can see and I can hear you loudly when you say, now that I'm this kind, I'm a big giant in Africa in terms of education, surely I want to get into big offices. You are so brave, ma'am, to tell us what to do. You're so brave. Surely you're saying, I want to be there. And you're saying to us, I don't just want to be there. I want to come with a difference. So I believe that the two DDGs are here. The chief director is here. The superintendent general is here.
They will tell me one day that indeed we have appointed that incredible, hard-working woman within the Department of Education. I love your spirit of loving our children in your school. Today I was at your school because I wanted to see as to how will it look like next year when we receive our learner. It was a very good orientation of accepting the grade 8 in the Rasesemola, if you have not as yet done that at HF Club. But I think you can tap into this vision. She said, while standing here, I'm a visionary, and I wanted people who will assist me to achieve my vision. If you have not as yet started, she's correct to say, I've taken a town school or an urban school and placed it right in the heart of a township. We are very proud about your school, honestly, ma'am. Your journey can be set in different ways, but we have managed to go through all the challenges of your journey to this farm. As I conclude, I want to say, we really want to tap in the words of President Cyril Ramaphosa during the teaching awards in October. He said, I quote, "Together we have a responsibility to develop a new generation of patriotic citizens, young people who are conscious of their responsibility to build a better society." Close quote. It is our work, honestly, through the Department of Education. This is our work. We really want to produce learners who will understand after grade 12 that education is a lifelong process. We really want to produce learners from grade 12 who will start to create their own jobs, because we are having different streams. For instance, we are offering different curricular streams in our different schools. We want to further continue with a market-oriented curriculum in the Northwest Province through our technical occupational schools across the province, Rasesemola. I don't know, given that you have already said bravely, I want to come there to your big offices. I don't know if we can decide now who's going to fit those shoes. You know, when Mbeki was taking, the former president Mbeki was taking from Tata Nelson Mandela, the late Tata Nelson Mandela, he said, I can't easily fit in those shoes. They are quite big for me. But I will forever love to keep these shoes in my office, so that when it is difficult for me to start a new step, at least I look into these shoes. That's what he said. So your shoes are very big, I believe. For any other person, honestly, who's starting to size himself or herself, Superintendent General, about this position. Indeed, I believe where you are sitting right now, you're trying to think with the director as to where can we place, but she must go through an interview. You don't just place people in the Department of Education. You need to prove yourself. You need to prove to us that you have undergone a process of learning. This issue of us not having a matric in this country is a problem. It's a problem, honestly. I remember Dr. Mvula, we were holding a SATU conference, and the late Tata Nelson Mandela came to that conference at Civic Center. You know, he said, in future, when you are saying you are not properly educated in this country, you must at least have matric. So we continue to see people not having matric in this country. That is why when you go out there and start to speak about the vaccine, they question the vaccine. They question even things that they have never been taught about in life sciences. It's a subject that is easy, that can make any other person who's been in our schools to understand what is a variant, what is a gene, what is a DNA. Today, those people are talking stories about the vaccine. By so saying, I want to say to all of us who's here, possibly we are in a fourth wave. The president has spoken on Sunday. Omicron is here. It has been detected by our scientists. Fortunately, they didn't behave like China last year. They made WHO aware when there is more time, only to find that already in Germany, in Europe, the numbers have risen and they've been quiet. The president said, we really appreciate the scientists in this country, the good work that they are doing in this country. So I want to say to all of us who have not as yet vaccinated and are amongst us today, kindly take a vaccine. I have vaccinated somewhere in April this year. Part of the cracks that people are talking out there is this issue of the gene. I am still a woman. I don't doubt that I'm a woman. My DNA has not as yet changed, and it will never change. And when you try to assist even people that, hey, look here, we are in the first years of the next 100 years, even the terminology need to change. When you tell them that, hey, you are having COVID, say, I'm having flu. It's COVID. I'm not going to deny one day when I have this thing. It's COVID. That is why epidemiologists in the country right now and every scientist are trying so hard to find the right medicine for the healing of this disease moving forward. So let us stop to say, hey, I don't know if this is a mild flu or whatever, it's COVID. It's a new terminology in a new next 100 years, and we need to embrace even the terminology. We need to live by the change of the world. The world has changed, we need to accept. We cannot go back. Rasesemola to show to it that the world has changed. Rasesemola in the country, in the Republic of South Africa, from Limpopo, is the winner of the African Union Award to show to it that life goes on, the world has changed, and we need to embrace the change. By so saying, Rasesemola, congratulations. You have set the tone, and I believe that you are going to help other teachers in our schools. With this award, we will talk across the Republic of South Africa that one of us in the Northwest Province ultimately is the winner of this award. So colleagues, continue to wear your masks. Continue to keep your social distancing. Continue to wash your hands or sanitize wherever you are. Avoid large crowds. Avoid gatherings so that at least we assist those who are actually advising the president as to how best can we fight COVID-19. If we can't fight it, it is going to fight us. And in most cases, when it fights us, it takes us right to the grave. Because there are two things about it. If you can't fight, you go to the hospital. If you can't fight more at the hospital, you go straight to your grave. Now there is an intervention. Kindly let us go and vaccinate. Congratulations, ma'am. Rasesemola. Can I have my mask, please? Can I have a fresh mask? Nakwenda rena le teachers award no go sena modumo ka fa wetse ka jeko le teng go na le modumo ka National Teachers Award ne bana le COVID both ke tlo kopa le eme ne bana le COVID both senior departmental officials both. But at least they had vaccinated before August, because in August, they have a similar contact virus. They didn't have those complications, not at all. So whenever I'm in meetings with them, ke bua ka bona hore ne bana le COVID. So ke kopa we say ne bana le COVID. Thank you. So, Mema Rasesemola, I get to go with handle because but I want to position in Bahana or Koti Mema Rasesemola, Obata Ore Rasesemola. It is for a reason. You can come to me and I will tell you why am I wearing it like this. It's for a reason. So, from the department, especially from this unit, Bontate Malindi, they have given me person, Barikere Huena, really who. Really Papala, Tuto, my province, so I'm giving this to you. Honorable Malindi. And I continue to say that I will the system of the Department of Education in the Thank you.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah. Or maybe you can have not a screen too. The background is very nice. The HOD can join. HOD, Hatumela HOD. A big applause for the ABC. Thank you for the kind words, Honorable MEC. This just reminds me of who we are as a department compared to other departments. We are the best. We might not be at number 1, 2, but we produce the best. Look, we are now known continentally and internationally. At the NTAs, we scooped many awards. And therefore, you know why, MEC, is because I think I always talk about this hedgehog concept or hedgehog principle. You see that animal is very slow, compared to the fox. But the hedgehog knows only one big thing compared to a fox that knows many things. It's tricky. And that one big thing that is known by the hedgehog is quality, the best. So we don't want to worry much when we come to results, but we know that even our results is quality. When we talk about the basket of performance, we get more bachelors, we get more of those best results. So it's a hedgehog. We don't rush. And our Honorable MC has taught us not to rush, but to produce the best results. So we want to thank you for your kind words, and we'll always use this hedgehog principle or concept. With those few words, I don't want to have attention on me. I'm going to call upon the SGP chairperson to then give a vote of thanks.
Afternoon, everyone. I just want to kopa le dumedisa bohle ke start ho dumedisa MEC le department yohle ya education team ya tsamaya le yona le team ya province ya Bojanala mme paledi re a leboha re a le dumedisa MEC re lebohile mme o kgonne ho bana le rona ko sekolong starting in the morning till now. And more in this occasion, we will celebrate who's the winner. And then we will learn more. We will learn the team. And we will learn the team. Or familia date Rasesemola. Baholo ya leboha. Ore alima ngwana lona ele mme Agnes Rasesemola. Ore itoba a leader committee ya lona. Our school siko mepong setsilo ayo kalabaka la hore le refile. Meras we are so proud to go in. Leadership ya hao ya bonahala. Unzota mark le ba ya godi. Sandra view tsijwa Africa yohle. Kalabaka la hao. Mosebetsi wa hao o dirang hard work, dedicate. Leadership ya hao yohle. Re bona o bontsha leadership ka Rasesemola. Keep on doing it. Don't go back on Zamaya, no. I think that's a lot of Mana Lewa Mandimu, our Chinese, we are good. And then we're really proud of the service you. Really good. Lewa Timia, Sandra Stew, secondary. Did you put team at the Ocean? Really good. See the Ocean fan, Meras. Lebuatata. Go school of America. I want to much for to them fair. SGP really go. Come on, supporter Meras Tinia. So, several Kaka still sound rather SGP to support. Serious Batantata Gore, Rabona Manavaruna Valco leadership nation, Bafmana Tutori Toka. Kileboe mzamai soma sebeti reali kwa menia madima lense sinke liboshe bata dinepe madima lense sinke santale mana pay drive safely madima lense handle kilebo telo. Aunara
Thanks for trying, Malindi. I'm not trying to Well done, well done. My job is done. I don't know whether it's well. But Malindi, any announcement? My job is done. Colleagues, thank you very much for having well behaved. Drive back home safe. We meet again in the African Union with our next winner. Thank you very much.